What's up, everyone? Back for another beer review, and today I'm going to be reviewing a beer from the Long Trail Brewing Company, and they're out of Bridgewater, Corners, Vermont, and this is their Vermont Double IPA. So this is what they're calling a Vermont-style Double IPA. It comes in at 8.3% alcohol by volume, 60 IBUs, and the time of review, this beer is about 5 weeks old. So, Long Trail Brewing Company. I have a long and storied history with them, not really. But when I first got into craft beer, they were a brewery that I kind of gravitated towards because their stuff was reasonably priced, readily available, and yeah, it was okay. For a long time, I stopped buying their beers because their distro kind of dried up in the Western New York area. There's actually quite a few bottle shops around here that were going to stop carrying their beer until their Space Juice IPA was released, and I think that was a double IPA, and people were going nuts about this. I'm talking like three and a half years ago. In addition to that beer, I also like their Limbo IPA. The last beer I had from them was their bourbon barrel aged Unearth Imperial Stout, and it was pretty tasty. But honestly, that's the only beer I've had from them in like the last 3 years. So I saw this and I was like, you know what? I think it was like $3 a can, maybe even less than that, and let's give it a go. Don't got much to lose. So they are using Amarillo, Citra, and Simcoe hops in this one. So 3 awesome hops. We'll see how it is. And yeah, it's pouring out like a hazy. So when you think about Vermont-style IPAs, I don't know about you, but I think of, the Heady Toppers of the world, basically Alchemist IPAs, Lawson's Finest, Hill Farmstead. And they definitely are different than like the newer school New England style IPAs. They're popularized by like Treehouse and Trillium and whatnot. But this honestly looks like a New England style IPA. I guess a Vermont style IPA. Has this really nice, deeper honey orange, almost slight yellow color to it, about a finger of a bright white head. Very creamy looking. Plays the role. Let's get a nose. Ooh, very, very dank and herbaceous. Yeah, it's almost like, shout out to Matt over at Massive Beer Reviews when he talks about like the tomato stock, kind of like that kind of, herbaceousness to the nose. But then there's underlying big like tropical and stone fruit. I'm getting pineapple, mango, lychee, passion fruit, some peach and apricot notes, but they're a bit more mild and subdued. Yeah, this one's all about that herbaceousness, a bit of dankness, and then, the tropical and stone fruits. It smells like a really good Vermont-style IPA. Let's get into it. Cheers, everyone. The mouthfeel is fucking fantastic. Wow. I would say this is straight up creamy, a creamy mouthfeel. Very soft, luscious, pillowy. Really nice mouthfeel, this one. At 8.3%, getting a slight, ever so slight alcohol astringency on the palate. Not really detracting from this beer, but I notice it. And nowadays, with so many of these double IPAs, reaching 9-10%, and you can't really tell that it's 9-10%, it's a bit more noticeable now when I do pick up on it, especially at 8.3. Nothing wrong with it. We're spoiled nowadays, but at the same time, just letting you know, I pick up on it a little bit. The body's like medium to medium. I was going to say medium to medium full, not medium full. Medium to higher side of medium body, maybe even low full. This has, I will say this, the body and mouthfeel on this, fucking great. It is. It's great body and mouthfeel. The taste, though, isn't as complex or bold or inspiring as the aromas were indicating. It does have that herbaceous green tomato stalk kind of feel to it. There is more of like a peach, apricot, mango type of stone fruit thing going on. The passion fruit and pineapple are kind of dialed back in this one, picking up a little bit like of a pithy grapefruit as well. It's sweet up front, but it has enough dryness and a mild bitterness on the back end to kind of balance that out enough. So this is not going to become too cloying or anything. It should be fine. It's easy drinking. I mean, aside from the slight alcohol astringency, this beer was pretty solid. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. I think the body and the mouthfeel in this one are the winner for me, or the winners, plural, because that's where this one shines. It's so easy to drink from that aspect. I just wish the flavors were a little bit more bombastic. I've been saying I'm bombastic in like all my reviews because, man, Paul over at PaTroll says it all the time, and there's nothing wrong with it. Great word. It's fun to say, bombastic, right? It's just not bombastic. But anyway, I am digging this one. It's a solid, well-made, tasty beer. I just would want more. I guess it's not as juicy. And I guess that's kind of what you get from the Vermont style. This kind of fits the mold of what a Vermont style is. Not straight on fruit juice like so many New England style IPAs. It has that dankness, has the herbaceousness. It has juicy and fruity qualities to it, but they're not the predominant note and they're not overbearing and in your face. So I think for style, like if they're going for a Vermont style double IPA, this is really well made. For me personally, on my rating scale, I'm going to give Vermont Double IPA from the Long Trail Brewing Company a solid 4 out of 5. It's a good beer. If you see this, if you get Long Trail in your area, give it a go. I don't know if this is just a seasonal or like a specialty release, or if this is something you're going to have, you know, year round or at least rotating. But if you see this relatively fresh, pick it up, give it a go, especially if it's reasonably priced. Like I said, I think it's $3 in my area. So $3 for the 16 ounce, you know, tall boy. Fucking can't beat it nowadays, not with all the crazy beer prices out there. But anyway, 4 out of 5, Vermont Double IPA, Long Trail, solid beer. Tasty, enjoyable. Appreciate you guys stopping by for another beer review. Until the next one, cheers.